I made a bet with a friend that I would lose 10 kilograms in 10 weeks.
いつも渡辺謙のことばっかり話してるじゃん。
I need to get to 72 kilograms.
You should keep running.
Alright. It's funny, everyone thinks the Sky Tree's got the best view, but personally, I think it's here. Tokyo Tower. It's much better.
Done with the chit chat? How much weight did you lose?
Bloody Australians, always in a hurry. Your kangaroos and your koala bears and your Tony Abbott.
You leave Tony Abbott out of this. So how much did you lose?
Well, now about to begin the third week of the diet and lost 4 kilograms. That's a great start. But I'm here mainly, just I'm a bit frustrated. I got called immoral yesterday. Immoral, can you believe that? I was talking to someone about the movie Aladdin, more specifically the villain, Jafar. And I said, selfish gain aside, Jafar would have made a better Sultan of Agrabah than Jasmine's bumbling dad. He clearly demonstrated strategic thinking, ambition, and a willingness to get things done. And apparently having this view is immoral. Well, sorry for caring too much about the economic prosperity of Agrabah. But if you're wondering when the best time to come to Japan is, I would recommend the end of August to mid-October, because you'll neither melt nor freeze to death like you would before or after. And you've got the beautiful autumn colours as well, which in my opinion trumps the cherry blossom in April or May. But if you can get out to the Japanese countryside this time of year, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. It's absolutely beautiful. Jafar would have loved it.
You should buy a bicycle.
A bicycle?
Bicycle.
Is that that's what a bicycle looks like?
Outside. Bicycle.
Yeah.
You can buy.
Yeah. I think it's the only way, as I can't think of any other way to lose weight.
Please. Lemon.
Get that shit out of it.
Only ketchup.
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 Red sauce.
We'll just call it red sauce.
Red sauce.
Yeah, red sauce.
I'm calling red sauce.
I had a bit of an impulse day today, and I did something that I should have done a long time ago, which was to buy a bike. But the best thing about cycling is it doesn't really feel like exercise to me. It actually feels like a leisurely experience. That's a bit strong, isn't it? Leisurely experience. It feels like a pleasant thing. There you go, a pleasant thing. And so I'm really looking forward to using it and going out on it like almost every day. Also, over the course of this year, nearly everyone I've met has told me 5 times that I should buy a GoPro camera, Go Professional. And today I finally went out and bought one. And the reason I hadn't bought one up until now is because A, I don't really do any sports, and B, it doesn't have a screen on it, which I find really inconvenient. But now I've got the bike, I can combine this with the bike and film cycling around the city, so that'd be really cool. Yeah, looking forward to using that. And the bike. Let the fitness begin. 77. Wow, 5 kilograms. So we're ahead of schedule. We're 3 weeks in, just finished 3 weeks, and we've got half the kilograms out of the way. That's quite good. Shit. Got my piece of Steve Jobs' legacy today in the form of the iPhone 6. It was an immensely frustrating experience. In Japan, usually when you buy something expensive, you get a complimentary gift as well. It's great, but you often end up with lots of things you neither need nor want. And today, over half the time that I was in the store getting my phone, over half the time was spent discussing the complimentary gifts that I was going to get. And that was 35 minutes long. So I ended up walking home with a big carrier bag filled with not 1 bottle of green tea, right, but 2 bottles of these green teas. And that is just That is so heavy. That is like the weight of a baby zebra. And then in the bag of the iPhone, a bottle of premium apple juice. Not one, but 2 cheesy potato snacks. And a Black Thunder chocolate bar. Combined value of about $3. That was worth 35 minutes. That is quite good. That is very good. Still wasn't worth the wait though. $77 kilograms. It's the same as last week. So didn't lose any weight this week, but still ahead of schedule. So I won't complain just yet. So today, GoPro announced their new camera, didn't they? It's a nice new camera. It's got a screen on it. My one doesn't have a screen on it. The one that I bought 2 weeks ago, this one here, no screen on this one. I'm not bitter about that. You know, I'm not. Don't think I'm bitter. I'm not. I didn't want the new one anyway. You know, even if the new model is the same price as the one that I just bought, the screenless model from last year. Didn't lose weight last week either, so last week was a bit of a failure. It's not been a good week so far, I'm not gonna lie. But fortunately, whenever life gets me down, or GoPro releases a new model, just 2 weeks after you've bought one, there is a simple way you can raise your spirits and feel positive again. And I don't really know the science behind how it works, but it really does work. Watching clips of Daniel Radcliffe in Japan.
Gryffindor, I think. Gryffindor! Yes! Yes! Here I am! Absolutely!
Because when Daniel Radcliffe's around, everyone's just so happy. Watching his Japanese fans palpate and touch his face. Or an entire educational system brought to a halt.
What type of girl do you like?
I don't really have a type.
When I watched that, I think some of that positive Daniel Radcliffe energy rubs off on me as well. If you ever feel down, just watch Daniel Radcliffe in Japan, because it will make you feel good. So it's week 5 now, and I'm already over halfway past the target. I've lost over 5 kilograms, which is great. And so I've decided for the next 5 weeks I'm not going to weigh myself, because I think I've worked out the way to lose weight now and get fit. So I just need to carry on doing what I'm already doing. My ideal dinner now looks more like this. High protein, lots of vegetables, and some of you will be shocked and surprised to see there's even cheese on here. And this is the only cheese you can get in Japan that's good and made in Japan. A camembert, Japanese camembert from Hokkaido. It's the only cheese in Japan that I will say, yeah, you should buy this. It's actually quite good. Yesterday I found myself face to face with... Is that chocolate vodka? I'm not sure what idea was worse, the creation of chocolate vodka or the idea of buying it. But I'll tell you what isn't a bad idea. Trying to work out for 20 minutes a day. Set a target for working out just 20 minutes a day and it might change your life. Before, I used to aim to work out for about 30 minutes to an hour every day. And more often than not, I just missed the target, gave up, or went and did something stupid. Is that chocolate vodka? So I decided to aim for just 20 minutes because to me 20 minutes is essentially nothing. Even though in those 20 minutes you can still burn a good few hundred calories and have a good workout. And 2 things happened. Not only did I find that I was able to hit that daily target of 20 minutes every day, but more often than not I exceeded the target anyway because I actually got into the exercise. I got into the jogging or the cycling and I didn't want to stop. So if you are lazy or unmotivated, start small. Aim for those 20 minutes a day, be it jogging, cycling, whatever. And hopefully you'll find out you stick to the target and enjoy working out. 20 minutes a day, give it a shot. I thought I'd be really clever this week and combine my favourite thing in Japan with losing weight by sweating out some weight at a Japanese onsen. Onsen are hot springs, and they're ridiculously popular in Japan. And pretty common given that Japan is just one big geothermal theme park. And I love them just because they're so damn relaxing. And the place where we visited was one of the most famous places in Japan, referred to as one of the 3 views of Japan, called Matsushima Bay on the coast near to Sendai. And it's this bay which contains 260 tiny islands, and so it looks really, really cool. But on the way we stopped off at probably the scariest thing I've seen in my time in Japan so far, the Sendai Dai Cannon. When I heard Sendai Dai Cannon, I just assumed it was some kind of traditional Japanese weapon. But instead, it turned out to be a Buddhist statue, and the 6th tallest statue in the entire world. And at 300 feet, it's as awesome as it is terrifying. I dread to think how many car accidents have been caused by drivers seeing the Asian equivalent of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters out the corner of their eye. But wow, you have to see it to appreciate it. It's ridiculous. I've been hearing the phrase life hacking come up a lot recently. It does sound really cool. Life hacking, yeah. Don't really know what it means though. I think what it means is trying to find the small things that make the big difference. Bloody hell, those ducks are going mental. So here's one small thing that I found that makes quite a big difference. When you go jogging or cycling or do some sort of workout, listen to an audio tape. I find most people, when they work out, like to listen to music, myself included, so you can delude yourself into thinking you're in some kind of movie montage while you work out. But I've still found, even when you do listen to music, when you work out regularly, it just gets really tedious after a while. If you listen to an audio tape, not only do you completely forget that you're exercising, but if it's something genuinely interesting, then you want to exercise more because you want to listen to more of the audio tape. So yeah, get an audio book or something interesting that you enjoy listening to, and hopefully you'll find when you exercise, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, walking away not only fitter, but a bit more intelligent as well. Unless, of course, you're listening to 50 Shades of Grey, in which case you walk away with nothing. I have a friend who always uses that line, aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll still land amongst the stars. And he used to say it every day about 10 times, so it got quite annoying. But I don't think I ever really appreciated it up until now, or what he was getting at the whole time. Even if I do fail at losing 10 kilograms, which we'll find out next week, I still will have lost a lot more weight than I would have done had I not taken the challenge in the first place. I mean, we already know that I've lost about 5 kilograms, unless I put it back on, which would be terrible. Really, really terrible. And in order to reach that target in the first place, I've had to learn a lot about health, fitness, food, myself. And it's definitely improved my life for the better. In fact, rather than being just 10 weeks, I feel like I've created almost a blueprint for a healthier lifestyle that I tend to follow. And I'd say there are 5 key things that I've learned from this experience that will prove invaluable well after this is over. Number 1, if you set a target for doing just 20 minutes of exercise every day, then good things will happen and you'll probably hit the target and do more exercise. Number 2, don't be afraid of spending more money on good quality food. If you are what you eat, you may as well not eat things that are processed, refined and contain 200 chemicals. Number 3, intermittent fasting, only eating for about an 8-hour window from midday until 8 PM. Again, I feel more energetic by doing this, and I find I eat less snack foods. I stick to lunch and dinner, and I'm able to do that a lot better. Number 4, it's been really rewarding just to undertake this kind of personal challenge, because regardless of the outcome, I've still learned a lot along the way and gained a lot. And even if I don't get that 10,000 yen, I'll still feel good for doing something awesome, for trying this in the first place. And number 5, never trust websites that say that the GoPro camera isn't coming out until next year, because it's lies. All lies. $74 kilograms. 8 kilograms down. 8 kilograms. Not quite 10 kilograms, but that is quite good. I'm pretty happy about that, I'm not gonna lie. So to anyone who's a little bit overweight, as I am or was, definitely do the 10 kilogram weight loss challenge, because even if you don't hit the 10 kilogram mark, you might lose 8 kilograms, which is quite cool. And of course, now I've got the bike, I can go out and cycle every day. So I'm gonna go and have a cycle. Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot about that. No No more cycling for 3 months. Shit.
8 kilograms? Not bad. Melis demand, but you're walking out of here a changed man.
You know what, Regan? You might be right about that.
See you around.
Remember this expression, in deep shit.
In deep shit.
That is what I'm in. Over the past